A conservative talk show host calls for a ban on trench coats. An ex-Obama official calls for a boycott of schools to promote gun control. And a Parkland student tells prospective school shooters to join the military. These stories and more on This Week in Gun Rights. This week's top story is about the Firearms Policy Coalition serving California Attorney General Xavier Becerra with a petition telling him, "Stop breaking the law, asshole!" Becerra's DOJ has been enforcing an underground anti-gun regulation even though the courts have repeatedly told him to stop. That's why FPC, which is the Firearms Policy Coalition, the Firearms Policy Foundation, Cal-FFL, and the CalGuns Foundation told Becerra that he can't keep making up his own rules. Just don't be surprised if his defense sounds something like this. I never broke the law. I am the law. Years after ending her career in the porn industry, Mia Khalifa has been born again as a mouthpiece for dicks. Like the sporting goods store, the ex-porn star recently gave up her gun for destruction. And she plans to donate the proceeds to Everytown. You can see her finally giving up her long gun here. Except wait a minute, that police officer almost looks a little too satisfied with the transaction. The Arcata City Council is considering an ordinance that would require people to lock up their guns and ammo separately within their homes.
Keep the bullets in the safe, keep the stock in the garage, and then what? Then what? I run around the house and assemble it? There's some dude's chasing me with an axe? You know, even thinking this thing through, sweetheart. Just running around, where's the scope? It's in the living room, he's in the living room!
This idiotic idea would effectively criminalize gun owners for storing loaded firearms.
We're being led by stupid people.
The news media is beside itself this week in the wake of the Santa Fe tragedy. But they're upset for reasons that you probably didn't guess.
This wasn't Las Vegas. You can't talk about bump stocks. You can't talk about AR-15s. You can't talk about military-style weapons. This wasn't Parkland.
But Morning Joe isn't the only one who dove into the gutter. You also have CNN's Chris Cuomo, who decided to join the party.
This case in Santa Fe doesn't set up great for the gun debate, by the way.
Honestly, I'm just going to let President Trump settle this one.
It's a disgrace, and I think they ought to apologize.
Emma Gonzalez is at it again, this time saying that prospective mass shooters should join the military.
Go join the army if you want to have fun shooting off a weapon and serve your fucking country, excuse my language.
I know I had to blink twice when I watched that too. It sure sounds like she wants the mentally unhinged in America's army. And I'm not sure I want the future of our military to look like this.
How can you shoot women and children? Easy. You just don't lead them so much. Ain't war hell?
Former Obama Education Secretary Arne Duncan has proposed a nationwide boycott of schools.
What you talking about, Willis?
Arne Duncan wants parents to pull their kids from class until Congress enacts the gun control agenda.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Finally, conservative talk show host Hugh Hewitt is proposing a ban on trench coats on school campuses.
To the teachers and administrators out there, you know, the trench coat's kind of a giveaway. You might just say no more trench coat. Just the creepy people, make a list, check it twice.
Following the shooting at Santa Fe, politicians have recommended all sorts of crazy things. But this one really takes the cake. I mean, does Hugh Hewitt really think that a 10th grader is going to show up to history class like this?
Would you please remove any metallic items you're carrying? Keys, loose change? Holy shit.
Well, folks, that wraps it up for This Week in Gun Rights. Once again, I'm Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition. Thank you for watching.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.